Let's be honest, the morning after always tells the real story. A woman can smile through the night, laugh at every joke, and act like everything's fine, but once the sun comes up, her behavior exposes what's really going on inside. Is she feeling regret? Is she secretly relieved? Or is she genuinely happy with what just happened? Most guys completely miss these subtle cues, and that's why they get blindsided later. But not you, not after today. Because in this video, I'm breaking down the hidden signals women reveal the morning after, and once you recognize these signs, you'll never be left guessing again. Sign number 1. She can't maintain eye contact. When she avoids eye contact the next morning, that's not random. It's guilt, discomfort, or second thoughts speaking. A woman who enjoyed last night and feels good about it usually looks relaxed, playful, and even a bit teasing. But if she's keeping her eyes down, pretending to be on her phone, or constantly looking away when you try to connect, it's a strong sign she's emotionally unsettled. Maybe she regrets moving too fast, maybe she's comparing you to someone else, or maybe she didn't feel the connection she thought she would. Whatever the case, lack of eye contact is her subconscious way of distancing herself. Men often brush this off, but trust me, it's one of the clearest morning after red flags you'll ever see. Sign number 2. She's suddenly overly busy or in a rush to leave. You know the drill. Last night, she seemed relaxed and fully present. But the next morning, suddenly she's got an urgent errand, a meeting she forgot, or family calling her back home. Look, life happens, but when the excuses sound shaky or exaggerated, what she's really saying is, I don't want to stay longer than necessary. This isn't about the clock. It's about her emotional state. If a woman enjoyed last night and feels comfortable, she'll want to linger. Even if she's got things to do, she'll still act warm, connected, and intentional about leaving. But if she's rushing, fumbling for excuses, and avoiding natural conversation, it means she's trying to detach as quickly as possible. That speaks louder than anything she could actually say. Sign number 3. Her tone shifts dramatically. Here's something most men miss. Pay attention to the shift in her tone of voice. Last night, she might have been soft, playful, and engaging. But in the morning, if her tone turns cold, clipped, or overly formal, like she suddenly switched from girlfriend mode to polite stranger, that's a sign she's emotionally pulling back. Women don't always verbalize regret or uncertainty, but their tone is the giveaway. On the other hand, if she wakes up joking, teasing, or keeping the same energy she had before, that's a good sign she's still in sync with you. A woman's tone in the morning is like a truth serum. You just have to listen closely. Sign number 4. She avoids physical touch. Physical touch is one of the clearest signals of comfort or discomfort the morning after. If she enjoyed the night and feels connected, she'll naturally lean in, resting her head on your chest, brushing against you, or casually touching your arm while talking. These aren't grand gestures. They're subconscious actions that show she's at ease. But if she keeps her distance, lying on the far edge of the bed, pulling away when you reach out, or staying wrapped tightly in the sheets, it's her body language screaming louder than her words. She may not say she regrets it, but her actions tell the truth. Men often rationalize this, saying, she's just tired. Maybe, but 9 times out of 10, avoidance of touch in the morning means she's processing regret, doubt, or confusion. Remember, words can lie, but body language rarely does. Sign number 5. She's extra polite or overly formal. Here's a tricky one. Sometimes a woman won't act cold, but instead swings to the opposite extreme. She becomes overly polite. Suddenly, she's using formal words like, thank you so much, or I really appreciate it in situations that don't require it. She may even act like a guest at your house, rather than someone who has shared intimacy with you. Why? Because she's creating emotional distance. That exaggerated politeness is her way of resetting boundaries, almost as if she's saying, that was last night, but today let's not get too close. Pay attention here. When a woman really enjoys herself, she usually acts relaxed, playful, even silly. She doesn't feel the need to keep things polished. But when she's being extra formal, it's often a cover-up for discomfort or second thoughts. Sign number 6. She's glued to her phone. If she wakes up and the first thing she does is bury herself in her phone, texting nonstop, scrolling endlessly, or pretending to be busy, it's not random. That's avoidance behavior. A woman who feels secure and connected won't need a distraction. She'll be present with you. But if she regrets what happened, her phone becomes a shield. It's her way of escaping awkwardness without directly confronting it. Look closer. Is she constantly checking notifications that don't seem urgent? Laughing at texts she doesn't share with you? Avoiding conversation by pretending to be busy? That's not just casual scrolling. That's her creating distance. On the flip side, if she includes you, showing you memes, sharing texts, or joking around with her phone, it's a good sign she's comfortable. Phones in the morning reveal more than people realize. Sign number 7. She drops hints of regret in her words. Finally, pay attention to her choice of words. Sometimes it's subtle. Things like, "I don't usually do this. Last night was unexpected," or "I hope this doesn't change things." Other times, she may laugh it off with phrases like, "Don't judge me," or "That was crazy." These statements are not random. They're her way of processing regret without saying it outright. When women feel comfortable, their words in the morning are warm, relaxed, and forward-looking. Things like, "What's the plan today?" or "We should do this again." But when regret creeps in, her language shifts toward disclaimers, defensiveness, or nervous laughter. Don't ignore those hints. They're her subconscious, trying to manage guilt or unease. If you hear them, it's time to pay attention, because the truth always slips through her words. The morning after always reveals what last night really meant. Don't just listen to what she says, watch how she acts. The eyes, the tone, the distance, even the way she reaches for her phone, it all tells a story. And once you learn to read it, you'll never be left guessing again. If this video gave you some clarity, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real, unfiltered relationship advice for men. Until next time, take care of yourself.